This video is for any single women out there, any at all. I'm gonna ask you.
Okay, this is the fourth time that I have tried recording this, and I've had to organize my thoughts, and we'll see how that works because I am all over the place with my thoughts about this. I would highly recommend to everybody who is single right now to go watch the entire video. Ladies, watch the entire video before you start going into the comments and attacking this gentleman because I think it was a bigger message, not just to the women out there, even though he opened his video that way, a bigger message to anybody who is single and is struggling with that and really wants more than anything to meet the most amazing person for themselves and to have this amazing relationship, this amazing marriage, to really have your one true ride or die. Always there to defend you, to support you, encourage you, etc. I've wanted that since I was 12 years old. And yes, a lot of that goes back to my childhood with my verbally abusive father. I have been fortunate enough that in what few relationships I have had, romantic relationships, haven't dealt with a lot of bullshit, just the standard bullshit, the misogyny, but not a lot of abuse, not a lot of anything like that. Just, ugh, you know what I mean. So, to answer the first question that the gentleman put out there, what's my plan? My plan is to live my best damn life. And it's taken a lot of work to get to the point where I can genuinely say that I will be okay if that is not part of the universe's plans for me, if there is no person out there for me. I am in a situation where um, I'm feeling really caged in. I don't have the emotional safe space that I need. Um, in particular, with my mom and my baby brother. You add my son into that, they are the only people in my life right now. And we have a situation with the vehicles right now. We got 3 people working, not me, but the other 3 are working, and we have 2 vehicles. And it's been a bit of a struggle. So, guess who gets to stay home and not go anywhere or do anything? Not that I have money to do anything, but I am working on that. And what keeps me pushing forward is really the answer to the gentleman's question. I'm going to live my life any fucking way I want. I'm going to live where I want. I'm going to drive the car that I want. I'm working on building the career that I want. I will dress whatever way I want. I will wear my hair any way I want. I will pursue any hobbies and interests that I want. I will do whatever the fuck I want and not have to worry about anybody criticizing me, telling me what I can and cannot do. Um, and as far as any real legitimate, I'm getting older. I'm 53 years old right now. That is becoming a concern to me, but set myself up so that this does not land at my son's feet. I will rot in a nursing home before I dump all of this on my son. I want him to drive me around because he wants to, spend time with me because he wants to take me to lunch, not because I have to get to the doctor for doctor's appointments. I want my son to spend the time with me because he wants to, not because he has to and feels imprisoned and trapped the way I currently am. The other thing that I want to talk about on this is because one of the reasons why I have been single pretty much my entire adult life, 32 out of the last 35 years. Starting from 18, being a legal adult, to 53. I have been single for 32 of the last 35 years by choice because of all of my childhood abuse and the trauma that I dealt with and had to struggle healing from. Every single relationship felt like I feel right now in my current circumstances. And that is not what I envision a genuine, strong, healthy marriage to be. The number of women I have been friends with, coworkers, classmates when I was in school, etc. The number of women who would drive me up the fucking wall. Hey, do you want to do something this weekend? A bunch of us are thinking of going to see this movie, or let's go out to dinner and have a girls' night. I have to ask my husband. And yes, they meant for permission. Not the way I would ever, in my marriage, if it's in the cards for me, would ever say. I have to ask my husband to make sure I didn't forget something he and I already agreed to. That is the only meaning for me behind that question. I have to ask my husband. I am never going to be in a relationship where I or my spouse has to ask one another for permission. You want to go do the thing with the guys? You want to go have a girls' night? Ugh. I don't know what the hell that was. Anyway, but bisexual. Anyway, yeah. I can't wait to hear about it when you get home. And while you're doing that, I'm going to make plans. I might stay in and binge watch whatever the hell I want on TV. I might make plans to go have my own girls' night. But it will never be to ask for permission. And the idea that so many of us in society seem to attach so much of our self-identity, our self-worth, our self-confidence in whether or not we are in a relationship, whether or not we are part of a couple, is just so strange to me. And I know that it comes from my personal experiences and where I am now, that I always want to ask those people, what makes you think you are less valuable as a human being because you're single? Are you really that afraid of being able to take care of yourself? You don't know how to take care of yourself? That you have to have somebody else? You have to be a part of a couple? It's all about that perception. Something is wrong with you if you are not part of a couple. No. No. That has absolutely nothing to do with it. You treat other people like shit. Yes, something is wrong with you. But nothing is wrong with you if you are not part of a couple. It does not mean you are incapable of taking. I I I I just don't get it. And then of course we get to the final thought before I wrap this up. Why is it okay for men to decide for themselves, I'm going to be single, but it is not okay for women to say, you know what, I choose to be single? I, I, I've never understood that.